Barack Obama is so churlish about this. His life's work
Yeah,
of
morning, pals.
reorienting
I've
America
got
from
about
Tel Aviv
an hour and a
to
half, look at my
Tehran
hair,
has
until
all come
work
to
starts.
nothing. And peace
So
has been achieved, and he has been
for
proven
now,
completely wrong.
I'm
So
just
no
watching
wonder,
random
no wonder
YouTube
he's so
videos
shirty about
while
it.
I'm working.
You're
So my
absolutely
YouTube
spot
videos
on
on this
there,
screen,
James.
I'm
And
working on
hasn't it been amazing
my second
to watch
screen,
the
my main
outpouring
screen.
of love from Israelis
That's what's happening.
for
Let's see how it
President
sounds.
Donald Trump,
An
because
hour and a half,
Tehran
look at my hair,
has
until
all come
work
to nothing.
starts.
And peace
So
has been achieved, and he has been
for
proven
now,
completely wrong.
I'm
So
just
no
watching
wonder,
random
no wonder.
YouTube videos.
As
That
you
sounds
say,
and looks pretty good.
Kamala
Let's
Harris
keep
was
going.
elected, those hostages, well, they would still be in tunnels in Gaza. If it wasn't for this
Hang
person,
on, man.
peace
If it
would
wasn't for
not have
Papa
been
Trump,
achieved. He was able to take
my-
out the
my
Iran
Jews
nuclear
would be still
facility,
stuck
something
there.
that the president's been talking about for years and years. I mean, Trump's
Stuck behind the Iron
deal-making
Curtain of
efforts have been
sadness.
incredible. But back to the Israelis and how they're just showing so much love and respect for Donald Trump. Some have been waving the American flag just to express their gratitude. Watch this.
How are you carrying an American flag?
To thank President Trump who forced
Let's move it here.
the Hamas and
There we
Israeli
go.
government to sign for ending that war and bringing up all the kidnaps.
What does it feel like today?
Very big emotion. I cannot do anything at home. So I put my shirt and came to so I was asking
Shame,
myself
man.
which flag I will take. So I
Not
took
easy.
the American flag to thank
Not easy.
from the
Oh,
pit
be
of
back.
my
Forgot my
heart
phone.
to President Trump and to American people.
Oh, James, it's just amazing watching 20 living hostages be reunited with their families. I was glued to the TV last night as the president was addressing Parliament in Israel. But it's been amazing also to watch other countries and other leaders try and take credit for Donald Trump's work. There was a UK MP trying to say that the UK was really significant in this. And here in Australia, our Foreign Minister Penny Wong also in a roundabout way tried to take credit for the peace deal too. She did thank Donald Trump, but this is it.
You know, the coalition really has been out of step with the international community for such a long time. Remember, the coalition opposed a ceasefire that President Trump himself supported. Remember, the coalition has not understood the way in which the international community, that different countries of the world have come together over a year to try and work how it is that we create
There you go,
the
scale to
conditions for the
window.
pathway to peace.
So James talking about
Need
the
a-
international
I think I
community
need a
and
third
Australia's
monitor here.
contribution to what the international
So I
community
am working.
did.
I'm
It
just
certainly was
working
not to help Israel.
on
Well, you know, that was an extraordinary piece
other
of
side.
rewriting of history by Penny Wong, who clearly wants this to be the Penny Wong peace plan, right? But of course it's not. Look, you know, she's trying to stick the boot into the coalition, and I thought
My wife told me just always be streaming, so that's what I'm doing.
Points here. Well, I mean, that's exactly
working,
precisely
I'm watching
what she
here,
was
I'm
doing
working
in
there.
that circumstance there.
Love it.
But this idea that, you know, this coalition of nations recognizing Palestine somehow created the conditions for peace is completely wrong-headed. This is exactly the sort of expert class foreign policy thinking that has made this conflict not
Yeah.
just, you know, the most recent war between Hamas
fascinating,
and
eh?
Israel,
Fascinating.
but the war between Hamas and Israel that really arguably started, you know, more than 20 years ago, and really everything that's bedeviled the Middle East since the formation of the State of Israel, that has all been protracted by that sort of foreign policy thinking, and it is completely wrong-headed. What
No, I mean,
Donald Trump
I grew
did
up
here
like
is
a
to
retarded
overturn
liberal,
the entire thing, rewrite the
thinking
rule
that
book,
news
and
like CNN
recognize something that for people like me
was
who've
good,
been traveling
and
to the Middle
you know,
East, I've been in and out
NBC
of
and
the Middle East
MSNBC.
really since the 1990s.
And then honestly,
you know,
after good old
and you
Trump
talk
became
to
president,
the
it just showed
people
us how
in Arab
deluded
countries, and you realize,
those
you know,
lefty
Trump realized
crazies
very
really
quickly,
are.
There's actually not a huge amount of support
They just
for
want
the
violence, they
Palestinian
just want
cause
death.
as a cause, except as
Let's
a
watch
way
something else
to,
though. Let's
you
watch
know,
something
use
else. I like these fatigue videos, you know, where black folk in America, American black folk, they're tired of other American blacks. It's quite funny. Like I'm literally watching these two, watching this video. It's very meta.
You like recording? I can record you too.
I'm watching them, watching her, watching them.
You like to record? I can record.
Look at the dog. That's a cute little dog.
I didn't even see the
That dog
dog.
set off. Dog's like you. Well, maybe what happened, Kevin, the dog was like. That's all the dog did was.
I get
No, no,
back, exit back to WordPress.
Well, maybe she'll want the dog breathing on her. She has a fear of pets, of dogs. Yeah. And we all know why. But I don't know if it's genetic or what, but she's totally overreacting because of that little pet right there.
You want to record? Who the f*** job? I pay my MTA thing. I don't want no
I
dog.
pay my
I don't want
fucking
that. You
taxes.
want me?
I
You
pay
wanna
them.
record?
I pay my taxes.
Miss Vanilla, you want to record?
Miss Vanilla. They get so racist. It's
Yeah,
terribly
I saw that.
rude.
What the f- you want to do?
Just so
I mean, you
rude.
pissed off about the dog. The dog is more behaved than you are.
Rudeness.
Yeah.
You know, I
Like
think
said,
that's
the
the main
dog is all over
problem
the place,
in
jumping on
today's
people, licking
society.
people.
People being
Yeah,
rude.
but that
Not
I
respectful
can
to
understand
others.
There's a big ass cane corso, and he's chewing on your damn purse.
You know,
But
these
that
boys
dog
and
is
girls
homeless.
of the world were
That
not
dog
raised
is
right.
homeless. Yeah. She has a fear of.
I've got
You're going to
my t-shirt on, my favorite t-shirt.
And then you got a lot of shit to say. Let me record you too.
I love
I'm gonna record you too. All y'all
Dada.
motherfuckers got shit to say. I'm gonna record all of y'all. Well, so what if my mouth is foul? I'm a 46-year-old woman. If he comes in here with a dog.
46 years old.
I love Dada. Says that's what my baby likes to
I
call
don't know
me,
what it is
Dada.
about black women when they get loud like this.
Oh yeah, he loves me. I love him.
I'm starting to think
He's with
this
the nanny
is-
now
they
while
think
I'm
this
working.
empowers them.
Okay, move that.
Standing up for themselves.
My baby's outside learning.
But it's
He's
a way to do that. And
He's
it's a way
learning
not
to talk. I've got a little
the way
baby.
black
He's
women-
walking around outside. I've got a
the way
nanny
a
who
lot
takes
of
care of him
black-
because I work so
the
much.
way you go about it
My wife
is-
and I.
Well, Kevin, you act like this is
And
you act like this is the attribute only black women.
yeah, that's my life. I'm a married man, with a beautiful wife,
Well, we call
and I
it
work all
outside
day.
Karen. Yeah. But
I don't
nobody
work at
hates
night.
this one. Oh, this is
Or else
Shanika
I
right
think
here. This is
I'd have a
Shanika.
heart
Yeah,
attack.
we have Karens, but
I
they
know
don't
there's some
behave
people who
like
work at
this.
night though.
Nobody
You know,
behaves like
good
this.
for
Yeah, at
them.
least when
Do whatever
Karens
you
get
can
in the
do.
face, they got some decorum about themselves. Right. Okay,
Oh yeah, but today I'm doing my freelance work before my work, so I work before my work,
Yeah. These people
and
are
oh yeah.
hey man, but this is a clean
This-
wig.
this-
you
this
got
thing
on.
is- this
wig
thing-
is nice.
Oh shit.
Nice. You
Oh.
look like 100% horsehair.
Dog is on me. I can say I don't want the dog on me. That dog
These
is
two
me.
guys, the Hodge twins, they're really funny. I mean, they got 3.5 million
everywhere.
subscribers almost. They're funny. Very funny guys.
And she got them big old, them Harry Carey glasses on. Remember Harry Carey for the Chicago Cubs calling against them big old glasses? She got the Harry Carey glasses on. Yeah.
Okay? Okay? That's number one.
Hey, spotted some black fatigue right here. Now look right behind the black fatigue.
Just the whole video.
I see 2 cases
Just
behind
want to talk
her.
about one
I see
thing.
3
Okay,
cases behind
so
her.
let's go
Well, black
rather
people
to
understand this is detrimental.
Yinka, that guy. He gets a good selection of videos.
My dad.
Anyone with children that doesn't want their kids to learn interesting new words,
I like his commentary a lot.
get the f out. First, a moment of silence for Charlie Kirk, who was killed by leftist guerrilla terrorists in
Lefty,
Utah.
it's true. Poor old Charlie. Pour one out for him, as they say.
And then secondly, any of you transgender people, don't shoot.
Like Loki.
No one would care if I got shot anyway, so you're just wasting a bullet. Save your 17 cents. Anyhow, my name is actually Ray Gallagher. I identify as Ray Gallagher. It's mostly because my friends think that I'm a stupid, overbearing But anyhow, last time I came here to speak, I wasn't allowed to speak because some other stupid, overbearing shares the exact same name of Ray Gallagher with me.
Yep.
I fucking
Mr.
warned you, bitch. I said get the fuck out. If you don't like cuss words, it's free speech.
Can-
I'm going to continue with my speech, lady.
Can you
I
stop
called
the
you out.
clock? Stop the
Go
clock.
ahead, lady. Go ahead. Go ahead, punch me.
All right.
Do what you want.
You ain't
Mr.
gonna call
Porter,
me a bitch.
No.
And ma'am,
I
it is his
am
time.
demanding you control this woman.
it is his
Control
time. Please
Control
sit.
Free speech, lady. Go back.
All right,
Nope.
all right, Mr.
Control
Porter.
her.
Mr.
You
Porter.
got a sign that says stop
People have
bullying,
just-
and then
they've
you're
had
bullying
enough.
the speaker.
They've had enough of
Gotcha.
people and their rudeness.
Gotcha.
They've had
Mr.
their
Porter.
They've had enough.
Mr.
There
Porter.
is
These,
nothing
these
that can make
fucking
me look
libs,
worse,
these
lady. I
lefties
pull
who
my
believe
pants
the
down in
world
public.
owes them a deal.
Did you see
Mr.
her storm out and slam the door?
They're the absolute
Mr.
worst.
Porter.
They're the
Your
absolute
time has
worst.
been paused. I am
Okay, so
going
now's
to
your
no.
time.
I'm going to respectfully ask you,
To what?
as we have children in the
'em.
audience.
Fuck 'em.
I'm
Fuck
just
'em.
Fuck
asking
'em. I
you.
told
Fuck
them
'em.
they could leave. Fuck 'em.
Okay,
Free
your
speech,
time is
fuck 'em.
going to restart.
Fuck 'em.
This has been my ask of you that I
You
am
can ask whatever the fuck you want.
You
and
are
I'm going to deny
correct.
your request like you denied me the ability to speak at the last meeting because we happen to share the exact same name.
You can
Ray
restart
Gallagher.
his time. Your time is going. It is
Yeah.
yours.
So I signed up. There's proof that I signed up, and you didn't allow me to speak. You denied me my right to my First Amendment, right to redress of grievances, my right to petition the government for redress of grievances, my right to say exactly what was on my mind, because you didn't like the way
this
that I
guy,
signed up.
he's
but
got
I did
things on his
sign
mind.
up.
He's
It's
got
on
things to
video,
say.
It's witnessed, and then you
Yeah,
denied
he's a
me
man.
because you didn't like my viewpoint. Because
such a
my
little
viewpoint
soy
is
boy.
the opposite of what your viewpoint
got
is,
things
which
to
is
say.
hippy dippy is okay.
He's talking.
So you denied me my right to speak last time, so this time I'm pissed off. So you're getting the pissed off version of my speech. You would have got a much better speech if you had just let me speak last time, but instead you wanted to take this shit to federal court and try and say that you have the right, as the president of this governing body, to actually deny people their access to this podium to speak and deny them their equal rights to free speech under the 14th Amendment and the First Amendment. So long story short, I don't like you. I don't like any of your people. You guys are in an echo chamber. You bring in these left-wing nut jobs with
Left-wing
weird
nut
blue
jobs.
hair and shit, and you think that that's the voters and the electorate that you're representing. It's not. You've got duly elected conservative board members here that you treat like shit. You ignore conservative people, and now I find out you want to reduce talking time from 3 minutes to 2 minutes. You want to ask for identification and driver's license for people to come in and speak.
Sounds like
That
a-
seems ridiculous. It seems
like a
like Fourth
totalitarian
Amendment,
state in America. It's
violation. But
bad.
What you're going to find if you do pass that is that
It's
the people
bad.
who you don't like are going to continue to come, and they're going to provide ID. The people that you have coming from Montgomery County to speak on behalf of transgender stuff, they're not going to be able to come because the transgender people that you have here, a lot of them come from Montgomery County, and they're just nothing more than agitators and activists that come up here to protest and to try to destroy the free speech of conservative parents in the county. So I'm just here to further reiterate
Harry.
that I don't like you, that I identify as Ray Gallagher. You did not allow me to speak last time, so this time I am turning your entire board meeting into a shit show full of curse words and
There he goes.
stuff.
The nanny's
Like
good.
trans people go on mass shootings more than regular people do. But trans, what are you
All right.
talking about?
No, all right.
Trans women or trans men?
Uh,
That's
the
a fact.
audience will not engage.
Charlie
Mr. Porter,
Kirk was not
Audience
killed
will
by a
not
normal
engage.
straight man. He was
Mr.
killed by
Porter,
a
your
weirdo
time-
dude who was fucking a. That's who killed Charlie Kirk, just
all right.
like you freaks in the audience.
Mr. Porter,
He
you
was
may
killed
sit
by a
down
freak.
or you may leave. Your
Freaks.
time is up.
Oh, my
You may
time's
sit
up.
down
Time
or
is
you
up.
may
Your
leave.
time was up.
Your time
you may
is
sit
up.
down or you may leave.
I'm going to sit down.
Thank
nice
you.
to see you again, Ray. I'll
Always.
see you at the next meeting. And you're not going to succeed at depriving people of free speech in this county. You'll lose your next election.
The next speaker is Akshara Kadimchira,
Let's
followed by
reply
Sam
to this.
Rosenblum.
Yeah, we need
email
more
here
men
I
like
have.
this to speak out against the degeneracy that's going on in the Western world, because all of these freaks seem to have taken over society while claiming that they're apparently the minority, even though they're the ones who control everything. They have their own months, they have their own days, yet they still find something to complain about and make themselves out to be the victim when they're really not. People need to start speaking out more against these
Can I edit the
weirdos,
header?
because
That's
apparently
nice.
in their world you can identify
this guy's
as whatever
good.
you want.
He's-
Whenever
he's
you
funny.
identify as that thing, you're that thing, which makes no sense. But yeah, I do identify as a white woman, and if you disagree with me, you're a bigot
He's
and a
funny.
homophobe.
He's funny.
Old are your granddaughters?
They are 6 and 8.
Would you support them to get hormone blockers to become the other gender?
I would absolutely support them to get hormone blockers. The idea of one of my granddaughters learning that they're going to start having their period if they don't get their hormones blocked, even though they're identifying and portraying as a male. How horrible that would be. So yes,
What is this
definitely.
old woman
If your
talking
granddaughter
about?
came
Is
to
she
you and wanted to get a
insane?
tattoo, what would you say?
That would be more difficult. I
Oh,
always
a
told my
tattoo
three sons.
is-
that
oh, a
when
tattoo
I
is
ask
fine
them,
for this
"Please
old
don't get
lady."
tattoos."
Really?
But cutting
why
a dick off.
tattoos?
There's just
is-
something
is-
so
is cool.
permanent about it.
Permanent?
Pretty permanent. It's very difficult to get them lasered off or removed.
You don't think it's like permanent to change your gender?
Gotcha, bitch.
Oh, imagine this woman, her whole
Before
life
we
she's
get back
been
into the
living like
video,
this.
if you guys have
like
enjoyed
a
the
full
video thus
idiot.
far, like the video, subscribe
full
to the
idiot.
YouTube channel, and hit the bell
Did I
so
fix
that you're
it? Did I
notified
fix this
when a
problem?
video
Yeah, I
comes
did.
out. And let us get back into the video.
Sophie's 24 claims to be Christian. Oh, like maybe this one's a little more modest. All right. You're a Christian? Yeah, I'm a vegan meat eater. Next.
Are you a
Gabriella,
Christian?
27, claims to be Catholic. Like, are you gonna show this to your priest? You need to confess. Next. All right. Crystal's Catholic and conservative, so brother, do you guys even try? All right. Katarina's 23 and Christian. Let's. Okay. Danielle's 28. And she's still looking for short-term relationships. Cooked. Like, bro, you're past that time. You need to get married.
Can a woman have a penis?
Yes. It's going to take them a long time on the
Well,
National Health
imagine
Service to
my
get rid
wife
of
had
it.
a penis.
Another separate
I'd
problem.
be gay then,
People
I
leave it
guess.
on a woman can have a penis.
Gross.
People can
I think you're lacking
such
nuance
thing.
and
These
complexity
people are
about a
sick.
pretty
Not really. You couldn't
They're
have been
sick.
clearer. Ask a
Yes.
simple question.
But you're laughing at it, which I think
I
demeans
think it's
trans people.
absolutely ridiculous.
What have you got against trans
response.
people? Why are you punching down? Why are you not saying
I don't think against
the real
trans
problem?
people.
in
I've already
it?
told you that I think trans
You
people...
sound like you have a huge problem with trans people.
No. It sounds to me like you don't understand what a woman is, which I think is a huge problem for someone leading a party in this country.
A woman is a gender.
Sorry? A woman is a
gender a
biological
spectrum?
A
being.
woman
Is it
is a
that
woman,
binary?
Do you think
guys.
people are born male and female?
Born a woman.
Not necessarily.
Oh, for
Live a
God's
woman,
sake.
die a woman.
I think it's more
Then it's
complicated.
their
It's
business.
not more complicated.
And if
than
a
that.
guy
we need to
says
start laughing, guy. You
he's a
just told
woman,
us all that a woman could
there's
have
something-
a penis.
there's
It
something
definitely
wrong with
needs
the
to be
guy.
laughed at, and
It's
it definitely
like,
needs to be
you-
shamed
you
out
mental.
of society.
You sick.
Make shaming great again, because this is
sick.
insanity.
She's supporting me. Guys, she supports
Now that's my opinion.
trans Mexicans. She supports trans Latinos. Thank you so much.
Trans
She supports
Latinos,
trans Mexicans.
trans Mexicans.
She's supporting me. Thank you for being an ally to trans Latinos and trans immigrants. She's supporting me with the trans flag. Thank you. She's an ally. Yes, we love the allies to trans illegals. She's supporting trans illegals with the trans flag. Thank you so
I
much.
say,
Your support matters.
he say-
You are valid.
I really don't understand why you don't support him. He's just pushing everything that you believe in. What is the issue here? You believe that men can be women. He believes that he can change his race. It's all a social construct. Reality really doesn't matter. As long as you think you're that thing, you're that thing. Which is why I'm a white woman.
You're here for abortion rights?
I am here for abortion rights, human rights, trans rights, everyone's rights, Palestinian rights.
Israeli rights?
I mean, of course.
Okay.
When
Just human rights.
Human rights.
Amazing. Are you against the death penalty?
I am absolutely against the death penalty.
Awesome. Me too. But you're pro-choice.
Oh, yes.
Do you see how that kind of doesn't...
Well, I am... It's very different.
How?
Yeah. Oh, gosh. You're going to do this. Okay, we're going to go there. Okay.
We're going to go there.
I truly believe that if there is a situation where a woman needs to have a choice with her own body, she absolutely has 1,000%.
Other messages are there. Okay, that's fine.
Yes.
Why are you against the death penalty then?
Because that person has been living.
Aren't fetuses living? They're growing.
They're growing, but I think the death penalty, if someone has done something bad enough to do that they probably
These people are
shouldn't.
so mental.
Oh my gosh, you're putting me on the spot here. This is very difficult. This is good though. I'm really glad that you're doing this.
Yeah, you're so sweet. Thank you for being kind.
Yeah.
You're so sweet. Thank you for being
And I
kind.
have thought about it, and I've had conversations with my brothers about this, and family members and neighbors. Probably when I go into those
You know, if I
situations,
see people
I'm
like
ready
this in
to
the street,
back up my stuff.
and there are
that I
people
got
like
all
this,
my,
you just gotta run
everything
away.
lined
You
up
gotta
a
run
little more
fast
than I
away.
do right now.
Yeah.
Because there's
So,
no getting through to
there-
them.
there
They've
are.
lived their entire life being this crazy. There's no getting through to them. They're fucking
How are
insane.
women oppressed?
No offense, but I mean, I would even say, like, just the fact, like, this podcast in general, we are having to
Oh, it's an oppressed
defend
woman.
basically who we are, what we believe in, and some of the stuff that we didn't even have any control over, such as, like, the draft and stuff. You know, I
She's
get
an
war. I
oppressed
think it's
woman,
horrible. You know, I
everybody-
think all of that's just disgraceful. But like to me,
I
nothing
don't know how
compares
women
to
are oppressed
childbirth.
anymore.
And
In
the day
Western
that a man
society,
can
they get
pull another
everything
human
handed
out of
to
his
them.
body, then we'll
Everything.
talk.
Childbirth is
Yeah.
worse than
Women
like,
have it on
the
easy
brutality
mode.
of war.
You know
I would
how
say
men have to
because
struggle to
the
get shit done.
amount that
Like
most
this,
women, most
there are men
women
outside
going
now
to have to
in my
go
area
through childbirth.
Feminism has
building
always been
houses.
about a
Where are the
comparison.
women?
Women have it worse.
They're not building
to men.
houses.
Actually,
They can be
now
at home.
that
They can
you're
relax.
playing the comparison game between men and women, I'm going to play it too, and I'm going to say that if we're looking at the totality of circumstances, and there's a bunch of, by the way, besides war, men are more likely to be homeless, men are more likely to unalive themselves, men are more likely to be incarcerated. There's
It's hard
plenty of
being a
things
man.
that I
It's
can tell
hard.
you besides just the war
It's
argument
hard.
where men are disproportionately impacted with
But I
negative
think
life
now,
outcomes.
after all
Once we
these
realize that these people have
centuries
never
of
grown
men
out of
having it
childhood,
easy,
you understand
now
why
we
they come to the
need to
conclusions
get it.
that they come to.
It
They
must
don't
be
live in
difficult for
reality.
us.
They
I
want
don't know.
everything to be a fairy tale imagination of what they think. But really and truly, reality is reality, and that's all there is to it. You can say things, and that doesn't
If you
make
hear
it
screaming
true.
in the
And
background,
clearly
it's
they're
fine.
showing that time
I
and
have a
time
little
again.
boy
And
growing
as
up.
I
I
usually
have a
say,
nanny.
they always have a certain look.
She's taking.
I'm glad that he died.
She's helping him.
Okay. Cause he don't give a fuck about me.
Does he know you personally?
I just like to see when people of power that do bad things to
Very
people in community, I like to see them get their justice.
You think he should have been murdered because he disagrees with you, basically?
This woman here, she's got some good talking points.
I'm not mad that he was because like when they kill black people, when they kill trans people, nobody they're not protesting.
Oh, did you not remember George Floyd? They burnt down cities. They rioted for 6 months. They're still doing Black Lives Matter events in Yonkers every single Monday.
Don't do media coverage about it. He was literally with people from Trump.
Literally.
They don't like people who exist.
What did Charlie say that says he doesn't like people like you?
Honestly, I don't know, but that's just what I've heard.
You started this interview saying, I'm happy that he died.
Mad people.
Can you look me in the face and say that you'd be happy if I died? Because I agreed with about 99% of what Charlie agreed with. Can you look me in the face and say that?
I wouldn't be.
So how could you say that about Charlie?
Because it's the internet and I don't know him and people make memes and it's funny.
It's funny.
Thank you for saying that. Because that's actually, and that's the reason why people like Charlie and people like Savannah and I are doing these types of videos, and we get a lot of shit for it, we get a lot of hate.
Congratulations.
But because we are literally, in a way, I guess, forcing people to rehumanize us, to rehumanize people like you. Because 5 minutes ago, you were all rah, 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 fuck Charlie. And now you're like, wait a second, like, that's actually not a good idea. And it took all of 5 minutes to get there, which is insane.
I really want to be surprised by the reaction of these people, but then I'm really not surprised. I've seen them over the last couple of years say the most craziest things, believe in the most craziest things. So I'm really not surprised that when someone disagrees with them, they're happy that that person got killed. The person got assassinated by people who believe in all of these fairy tale, la 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 nonsensical beliefs. You can claim whatever you want to claim you are.
Just
That doesn't
responding
make you
to some
that
work
thing.
shit.
You can believe
Working
whatever you
on
want
this
to your
today.
imagination. It just shows us
Get
all
it
that you're
done.
just a weird and crazy person. And to further push that you're a weird and crazy person, you think people who disagree with you should be killed, and you're happy that they get killed. That's how crazy you are. But yeah, you're oppressed apparently.
That's how they. First of all, being a boy or being a man, woman, girl, it's not how you identify.
What?
It's a biological reality.
That's not true.
There is
That
no
is
such a
not
thing as
true.
objective
So I'm
reality.
making a list now
That is
for
not true at all,
my
okay?
wife. She helps
Because
me
when
to
you
do the
identify
work I
as a
do,
boy,
which is
that does not mean you have a
SEO.
penis between your
And
legs. Does not mean that you
I'm
have X,
compiling a list of low
That
click-through
means
rate
that you
pages. I'm going
identify
to send that to her. She's
see
going to
yourself
work on that.
as a boy.
Okay, so you can just identify as a boy. Got it. Can you identify as a water buffalo?
That is a species, not a gender.
Oh, so that's ridiculous. Can I choose to be a black man?
That's
Not a different
different.
species.
Okay.
In fact, I'm closer to being a black man than I am to being a woman.
That's actually not true.
That's just about melanin in my skin. Period.
Okay, then how about this? Furries, for example. They identify as a different species.
Furries are. Check every hard drive of every furry.
As a water buffalo.
Check them.
I
If you're dressed like a fox, there's something
Yeah,
fucking
we
wrong
know
with
you
you.
have stuff to do. You can't defend your stupid
I mean, sure, we
position.
can all
You
laugh
say
at it,
stupid
but
things, and then
you're
when
a
asked to
degenerate.
defend it, you run away like
You're a
the coward
degenerate
you
if you're
are.
a
They're
furry.
all just stupid people, and they really
But
just want
degenerates.
to govern everybody's speech. They want to govern
And
what
that's what
everybody
Steven
thinks. They
says.
want everybody
And
to
I'm
believe in what
Steven.
they believe in, and if you don't
And I
believe
like
in what
to
they
play
believe
games.
in, you're a bigot apparently. The
Computer
fact that you
games.
said out of your mouth that people identify as a different species, and you didn't think there was anything wrong with what you said, just goes to show us that these people are perpetual babies babies and they haven't left childhood. It was once upon a time that we used to
Perpetual
care
babies.
to kids
I
believing
like
in
that.
Santa Claus, but then once they reached a certain age, we told them it was all a lie. But now we have grown adults believing that they can change their gender, and people are saying that we should affirm it. How about this?
How about new?
That's
I was raped yesterday.
Austin Powers, if you're wondering,
and
that
I
low
wanted
quality.
to do a post-rape outfit of the day.
Oh God, what's going on here?
Because I'm still gonna wear what the fuck I want. No one is gonna tell me how to fucking dress. And it doesn't matter what I was wearing at
This
the
person
fucking
wouldn't
time.
be employed at my company.
No woman should have to
They
experience
wouldn't.
that.
They wouldn't employ them.
And fuck everyone who thinks
They
so.
wouldn't employ them. They
This
just
is
wouldn't
my
employ
outfit.
them.
So, green cute baby tee.
This
pink
person,
penny,
no.
And then my shoes.
No, no, no.
White heels. So, there you go. I don't give a fuck if you like it
I
or
don't
not.
speak for my company, but a
I'll
person
make
like
more
this looks like they
content
cause
when
trouble.
I'm
You know? And
mentally okay.
we don't like trouble at my company. We like
We did
peace,
a rape kit.
calm,
It was very
and
invasive.
excellence of work.
There were swabs and photos of my privates. And I have a meeting with the detective tomorrow.
Our privates are the same, pal.
So,
And it's private.
bye.
Gross. That's my face.
There's no way in
That's
blue
my
hell
face.
that this guy made a video talking about what he
Leave
just
it
talked
to.
about in this
Sick.
video.
Sick.
Now I know we've seen crazy things, but this has to take the cake for one of the most craziest things I've seen.
That's a cake taker.
This is incredible.
Washington did not cross the Delaware to give you easily accessible masturbatory material.
What do you
What?
define as
What?
pornography?
What?
Okay, that's a great
Masturbation,
question.
guys.
Getting into the weeds
Calm
of
down, there's
defining
children here.
pornography has been traditionally problematic whenever people have tried to ban it. I don't know if you guys know this, but obscenity laws that are currently on the books, the Miller test, if you're familiar with that, should completely ban pornography even now. We should ban any hardcore pornography, which I'm going to define as
hardcore
any
pornography.
sexual
What are the
content
weirdos
that
gonna
involves any kind
use?
of
I need the
penetration
toilet,
of any
excuse
bodily
me.
orifices. That, what? Yes, it's most porn.
Yeah.
So what I would consider hardcore pornography, I would say that that is a scourge on our society. Statistically speaking, 80% of you guys have watched it within the last week. 50% have watched it today. And listen. The reason I bring this up is because I used to be addicted to it, and it almost ruined my life. You've got to get a hold of it. It is awful. And the reason why I want it banned, little children 6 to 9 years old are getting exposed to hardcore pornography. Is that a problem?
That's disgusting.
But is it a problem?
Yes.
So then we have two questions. If it is a problem that pornography is ubiquitous, it's ruining the lives of, it's ripping the innocence away from little children. There's just no question about that. If you're being exposed to guns, I don't see you saying like, keep those. Yes, okay, I'll say that. We should keep 6 to 9 year olds away from guns. All right, then we should do that. Okay. All right, listen. We have two questions we have to answer about pornography. One, is it causing a significant problem in the American polity? The answer is yes, absolutely it is. The other
That
question
one
is,
person watching
it
me?
constitutionally
Have a
protected
wonderful
substance?
day.
We can't do
You
something
are a sensible
about it.
person.
The answer is emphatically no. There's nothing in our Constitution that says that we have a God-given right to pornography. Washington did not cross the Delaware to give you easily accessible masturbatory material. That's not what the Founding Fathers did. There's no constitutional right to pornography. Therefore, listen, all right, therefore, we should do everything we can do to get rid of this scourge that is causing men and
Scourge.
women to be anxious,
It's
depressed,
a scourge.
isolated, lonely, and overall ruining our society. Okay.
Isn't it funny how the same group who say that porn exploits women are the same group pushing this porn that apparently exploits women? So you're pushing a thing that exploits women while saying that you fight for women's rights. I understand they really don't have a working brain amongst themselves. You look at them for a few seconds and you can see why.
What disturbs your spirit so much about the idea of a child also being a sexual being?
Yep, that's enough internet.
Sick.
for me. That is
Sick.
But they don't exist.
Right? People should not. I was going to say something really nice to you. Listen, I know that you don't agree that transgenderism is real, but it's very real.
It's not
Those
real.
people are very real.
You're sick.
Just like you. No, they are very real, and their feelings matter.
No, they
And their
don't.
right to existence fucking matters. Okay?
Just don't
Your
exist
right to
near me.
existence fucking matters, even though I don't like you.
Even though
it
we don't.
still matters.
You get to be who you are because you are. Get the fuck out of here. You get to be who you are. No, he's like, why do they hate Charlie? He's coming up. He's fucking shit. He's doing shit. No, he's fucking shit. Babe, just let me do my thing. Listen, you get to live. You get to be yourself. You get to be
Insane
yourself.
pro-trans leftist says white people.
living in this
Is that a
fucking
black
world,
dude with blonde
transgender
hair
people get to fucking be who they want.
going on it with a neck tattoo? You can tell he's got a bad take. These neck tattoos.
You don't tell me transgender people don't get to live.
They don't exist.
Bad takes. Always bad takes
They
from
don't.
these weirdos.
Transgender people exist.
They don't.
They don't.
Transgender people exist. They have the right to exist. They will always
They can exist as the biological sex that they exist as, but they don't exist.
Right people should not fucking
They don't exist.
Also,
whoa, calling for a white genocide. Very tolerant of you.
Yeah, I just want to give you a heads up here that you shouting and screaming doesn't make your point.
Guys,
right.
I've had
It
a
just makes you
very
look like an idiot,
tough
which you clearly are. But
couple
yeah, I
of
agree
weeks,
that the
very,
ABCD
very difficult,
community and all
and
of
I'm
those
just
people who
really
believe in those
getting back into
imaginations
things
that they
now.
have
Work.
are real people. They
And my
are real
freelance work
people, but their
hasn't been easy.
imaginations are
I'm sure it hasn't
exactly
been easy
that,
for anyone.
imaginations.
And people like
just
this
like people
guy
with
just make it
schizophrenia
more
are real
difficult.
people, but they have just that, schizophrenia. So all of these phrases and slogans you want to throw about don't mean anything. You clearly show time and time again that you guys just don't even understand words and how stupid you truly are.
I was a third grader at Anasazi, but in a different class than Mrs. Jabinet. This teacher created a hostile school
was
environment
fine.
for kids
The
like
same
me
teacher
when
called
she
you
didn't like their
Civic.
parents. She would yell at me in the hallway and hurry me along.
Damn.
I also caught her filming me one day. She
Imagine
claimed she was
cheating a poor
filming
little
full
boy like
field day,
that.
But the event was over, and her
Protect
phone
our
was
little
pointing right
boys.
at me. At the same time, a neighbor on my street was also filming me while I was outside my home. It was creepy and I felt unsafe. It became so bad that my family had to get a
boy.
restraining order against my neighbor. At court is when the neighbor revealed a personal email from Mrs. Jabinet to my teacher, not to my neighbor, thinking
Shame,
my
you're just a little
neighbor
boy. I have a
was
little
protecting
boy.
teachers against extremists. This is when I found out that Mrs. Jabinet and my neighbor were working together. Now Mrs. Jabinet had been caught celebrating gun violence and a local hero, Charlie Cook, being assassinated with her post on social media. How do you allow her to teach third graders? How do parents leave their kids in her class? She's the reason why we and others left Anasazi. Now I hear more are leaving after her recent hateful posts.
Thank you.
Shame,
I've been told time and
little
time
boy.
again that they're not
How can you
brainwashing
treat little
anybody.
boys
They're just
badly?
allowing kids to
Shame.
express
You gotta
themselves the
treat
way
them
they want to
nicely so they
express
can be
themselves.
little
You know,
gentlemen
when
when they
people
grow
go
up.
against the
Like
grain
I'm
and
raising
what all
little
of these people
gentlemen.
are pushing with their ABCD rainbow nonsense, all of a sudden you get exempted from stuff and they take you out of stuff. But yeah, they're not brainwashing
Here's
people.
the
They want
list.
you to all
list
express
I'm
who
working
you
on.
truly are.
Hello there, friends. This is just a friendly reminder that when a fat person tells you,
Okay, what do
that's
fat people have to
fatphobic.
say?
Your
How
first
about
response
stop
should
eating
not be,
fucking
"Oh,
donuts?
no, it's
Get on the
not."
fucking treadmill?
Just
Sort your
like
fucking
when
life
black
out.
people tell us what racism is, we shouldn't be saying, "Oh no, it's not." Just like when gay people are telling us what homophobia is, we shouldn't be saying, "Oh no, it's not." When a fat person tells you something that is fatphobic, you're supposed to stop and be like, "Oh, didn't know that. Thank you so much for
So
telling me.
I'm
Appreciate
going
it.
to optimize
Won't do it
certain
again."
pages now.
That's
I'm
how
an
that
SEO
works. In
for
case
better
you didn't
click-through
know.
rates.
This
That
is just a
is
friendly
when you see them in the
reminder
SERPs.
that you
Those are the
struggling
search
to
results.
read just by talking.
You
might need
get
to do a bit
more
on
people
your
clicking,
walks
less
because,
people
yeah, that
not
might
clicking.
help you, and I'm just being helpful towards you. You need these
Excuse
walks
me.
because you are
Okay, that's
struggling and holding on for dear
one
life
task done.
just to do a basic human thing.
Turning Point USA's
You can see.
racism.
You can
is
see this woman here.
taken
This
out.
trash. This is trash.
Somebody tell
This
them
is
to
trash. Okay,
'Cause
she's
what do you-
trash. Okay.
what do you mean
Maybe I
that
shouldn't be too judgmental,
you're
but I mean, look at her.
having
Look at her. Is she, would you
alternative
hire her if you had a business? Would you want this woman?
halftime show.
You want to see people, this woman, associate with this face tattoo in your business?
Bad
No,
Bunny
no, no, no. Low quality people.
is-
Low quality person.
American. What? And then on like the music selection that you can like vote for or something, it says anything in English. And before y'all hop in my comment section talking about, oh, y'all are just being babies about it. What? What? We're not the ones who created an alternative halftime show.
Shut up. shut up.
You guys should just come out at this point and just say that everybody who disagrees with you is a thing I do not like, and I'm just going to label them that thing even if they don't fit the definition of that thing. That's what you guys should do, because at this point you guys don't even understand definitions. You don't understand words, and you clearly don't care about words. It's just everything that disagrees with you, I will put it in a category of something that is bad.
Do not ever let me have a debate with a pro-lifer, because they'll be like, so you agree with killing babies, like fully termed, like babies in my stomach? Yes. Next.
You guys don't have debates, and we all know that. What you guys do is you say words and then run away because you can't defend your position, because clearly your position is stupid.
You're good. You know, I got to interrogate his batteries, but I'll let you do your thing.
What is this? How did I get to this task? Yeah. Maybe click here. Yeah.
It's the scariest thing ever.
Me realizing all the doctors walking around are young white men, I was thinking I was scared to be unconscious. They train. They're not perverts. They're doctors.
Post it to social media and still go ahead with the procedure and not go to people she actually feels safe with. Am I surprised? No.
Oh. Because, listen, I was vegan for a year and I was so ill. I was so sick. I had to go back to meat. It's so horrible being vegan. I'm so horrible.
You're asking people, why are you not eating vegetables? Why aren't you fucking vegan? Help the chickens. No. Not a lot of people want to be vegan.
What was your job?
I was a social media content creator since 2020. So I made a good chunk of money from that.
Since 2020? What are you making?
Woman made over $500,000. Which is
started
almost
in
10 million rand in South Africa.
It was like...
No, you said 2020.
So 2020, I started on social media. By 2021, I was making 50K, which is like
50K
normal
That's pretty good.
a year.
Doing
And then
what?
Brand deals.
That's a good salary.
What was your
training.
content? Your content was brand deals?
No, I was a health and wellness influencer on TikTok. So you know how...
You look healthy.
Thank you. Back in 2020, all the big trendy TikTok dances were a thing. So I was like doing the dances and putting information like healthy lifestyle tips on the screen, and that
Don't eat greasy food.
Pretty
followed
much.
by a TikTok dance.
Yep.
Okay, but you said you were making more than this.
And then 2022, it kind of crept up, 75K. 2023 was like 90K.
You were doing well.
Yeah.
What were your? Do you still have this?
I do, but I don't really. I just started posting on it again. I went on a huge hiatus.
Why?
Because I just didn't want to anymore.
You were making a living off of it.
The algorithm
No.
changed.
No.
And
People's
my
interest changed.
and that.
The algorithm is literally only serving people what they want to keep them on the platform.
That's true.
If you are failing, it's not
gosh.
the algorithm's fault. Sometimes there can be a quick bug.
Yeah.
But that corrects itself typically because they want to keep people on the platform.
Yeah, my audience.
I keep scrolling.
Yeah, maybe if you're still doing health tips with TikTok dances in 2025, it probably doesn't work. But was 90,000 your cap then? Because again, I mean, you're kind of in that world gross, right?
Yeah, it was 90K in 2023, and then 2024 it bumped up
There we
to
go.
like 225, 250,000.
What was different? It's crazy.
I mean, you could just watch YouTube yourself,
So
but the
TikTok
point
was
is,
the original
you're
place I
watching
started
me
making
react.
money from brand
That's
deals
not
and
AdSense, I'll
views.
tell you that.
Steven.
Right.
TikTok doesn't pay.
Yeah, the most it was like 250 in a month from that. So it was mostly brand deals. It was mostly because I was a personal trainer and I was selling online personal training services.
Okay.
And then through that, management reached out to me, some management company.
Oh,
to like
okay, an
manage my brand
agency?
deals. Yes.
Sure.
Oh, I gotta
And
fix some broken links
they
here.
ended up getting me a verified badge on Snapchat as like a public creator there.
What's this woman talking about? It
And
sounds like
that's
it
where
sounds
I started
cancerous.
making the most money was actually Snapchat. So I started that in about
Snap pays
2022.
well.
Yeah.
It was the same thing, just health.
No, because my audience on TikTok was 94% female. So I catered to them with
My audience
the
is mostly
health and wellness
male.
piece.
I'm very happy about that.
My audience on Snapchat was 94% male. So I posted selfies. I posted
You have a
gym
good face.
photos.
What's
And
next?
I got a lot of...
Oh, let's watch this rather.
Police responded
Why?
to reports of gunfire
Kelly
in a Target
discovers her
parking lot.
roommate is a
When they
killer.
arrived on scene,
When I'm working, it's nice to have these things in the background because I used to watch this show called Forensic Files. I'm sure you've watched it too. It's nice to have this in the background while I work. It's relaxing. It's calming. I need to have a video going or I actually can't focus. I guess that's the result of my upbringing as a child in the 80s.
After giving the child to Heather,
TV was always
Stephen
on.
is seen driving away in his green van.
So I can't
Less
listen
than
to
3 minutes
music. I
later,
can't. It can't be
Figure is
silent.
seen
I have to
walking from
be.
behind the target
I need a video on.
towards Heather.
I need a
After the
video.
shooting, the unknown person walks back the way they came and disappeared out of sight. Investigators did notice that the suspect had a very unusual way they walked, but that was the only information they got from the videos. Several eyewitnesses who claimed to have
do
seen
some
what happened were
redirects.
interviewed.
And then we were just sitting here, and I had saw this dude. I mean, he was a weird looking dude, you know, you could tell. He had a...
All right, first time you saw him, tell me where he was.
He was like, just walking around the parking lot, you know what I'm saying? And he was just
A lot
walking.
of crazy
and
folk in
he was
America,
really funny, you know? He
eh?
looked like
A
he
lot of
was
crazy
he had,
folk.
like a, you know what I'm saying, like a white person with big old poofy hair like that.
Right.
He had hair like that. He was white.
Okay.
I just saw him walking around, really, just walking around, and I told my girlfriend, I was like, look at that dude's hair, you know? I was just making fun of his hair.
Did you ever see a green minivan over here?
No, see, I never saw that minivan.
Okay.
Everyone else saw it, but then I
see if this
turned back,
works.
and we were just talking, right? And I just heard the gunshot. And right when I heard the gunshot, I looked up and I saw the guy just walking, not even running. You know, I figured if someone shot someone, they'd be taking off running.
Right.
He's just walking, and I was like, did that?
Before the gunshot, did you see them over there talking?
No.
Okay.
So I wouldn't look at her. And see, when I heard that gunshot, I saw her drop. And I looked back, I saw her drop, but she just laying there.
Did you actually see him shoot her?
No, I didn't see him.
Did you ever see a gun?
I saw him putting something back into his laptop, like he had this like a one strap laptop bag.
Right.
I saw him putting something back in there while he was walking this way.
Okay.
And my girlfriend was like, go. So I slammed into reverse and went this way.
Were y'all in the same car?
Yeah.
Okay.
He had a mustache. It looked like to me a mustache, but it looked like it was fake, you know?
Right.
But
Anything about the way he walked or anything? Are you sure it was a guy? It could have been a girl?
no, it was a dude. It was a dude.
Okay. Anything funny about the way he walked?
I mean, I thought it was funny that he was just strolling away, you know? He was just a regular.
Anything
Figuring out how to
like
redirect
or
something on
anything
WordPress
that
properly.
stood out?
Yes, sir.
Any tattoos?
No, sir.
Any jewelry, rings, piercings?
Okay,
Not
so
that I
no
saw.
help as usual.
Me and my boyfriend were talking, and then I just heard a shot, and I didn't know what it was. I thought it came from like far away, and then I turned around, and there was a lady laying on the ground, and there was a guy with a laptop bag walking towards us.
Are you pretty sure it was a laptop bag?
Yeah, it looked like a big laptop bag, and it was like folded in half, and like the gun was in between the two halves. And he was just walking like this, and just walked away, and was walking towards
Does it work?
us.
Is it working?
And what do you look like?
The only thing that I noticed was the black, like, kind of wavy wig. It did not look like the picture. The picture was like all straight. It didn't look like that. It just looked like a bunch of waves.
You know what I can do? I
saw
can
the
just
wig.
delete the file
It looked
actually.
really
come to think
fake.
of it.
It was like really shiny.
Just delete it.
It was wavy, but it was
I'm
short.
deleting the file. That's what I'm doing.
Um,
Where's this broken link?
It was definitely
It's
a
a
way
PDF.
Definitely. Definitely.
Okay, I found it.
No way that hair was real.
Let's get rid of it.
I
Let's
saw
get
a
rid of this
person's
PDF
arms.
right
They were
now.
like bare. They weren't really hairy. And that's what I noticed. I thought that was kind of weird. But, I mean, that's it. I don't know why that would be.
Is this woman
And did
talking
you notice
about?
anything else that drew your attention, like the way the person walked?
It was kind of like I wouldn't say like a waddle. It was just kind of weird.
Hashem be praised. There's only one
So they had a
meeting
chain
today
walk.
for me. Thank
Yeah.
goodness.
Right.
It was just weird.
Is there any way
Meetings
possible
really
that
can
this person could have been
drain
a
you
woman?
of the will to live.
I mean, there's a possibility, but at the time it wasn't going through my head
Okay.
because I didn't really see the person's face.
Thanks to the eyewitnesses, investigators were able to draw a sketch of the killer. It became very evident that the
That's
killer
better.
wore a wig and a fake mustache. One of the witnesses told police that they saw the shooter leaving in a pickup truck. Because their prime suspect was Heather's ex-husband, Stephen, the police brought the witnesses to Stephen's
These
home,
people,
where he lived with his mother,
I'm working
Joanna
on a
Hayes.
project here,
Upon
and
reaching the
they're
home,
constantly
the
linking
witnesses
to
immediately
stuff
pointed out Joanna's
that
truck
doesn't
and
exist
told police
anymore.
that it was the exact
It's so
vehicle they had
silly.
seen. Inside the
Like,
truck,
why
the police
delete
found a
your
single
files? You
strand of hair
gotta.
that belonged to a wig. Other than that, the truck appeared as if it had
Honestly,
just been
guys.
cleaned. Joanna wasn't home, but her son
If you
Stephen
delete
was,
something,
so he was
you need to
immediately brought
redirect
under
it
questioning.
in
More surveillance
WordPress,
camera
whatever
footage
platform
showed
you're
that
using,
Stephen
so
was
that
miles away when the shooting
things are
happened.
fine again
So he
afterwards.
was
Or else you
cleared
get
and allowed
errors
to
that
go
I'm fixing now.
The police began to investigate Stephen's mother as possibly being the killer. It was well known that not only did Joanna hate Heather, but she also walked with a small limp. Before bringing in Joanna for questioning,
And if you're going
the
to work
detectives
today,
decided to interview a few
have a
family
good
members
day,
to see what they had
take
to
it
say about
easy.
her.
Remember, the whole world isn't relying on what you're doing.
Especially about
You're just a small part in the machine. The big players,
she's crazy. She's crazy.
you know, the ones who,
exactly she's capable of.
the ones who really change things, they're not working. They're far above us, the elite.
She wanted
Far above us.
have access to
They're not working. I'm not talking to them. I don't give a fuck about them. I care about you.
didn't want Heather to walk away with anything. She wanted, like most people do with a child, she wanted her son to have it all. So
right now I'm just removing broken internal links. It's all
for what it's worth, that's
PDFs.
exactly my opinion.
I'll get rid of all the PDFs.
Just
I don't care.
Everything in the video, I guess, as grainy as it is, what strikes me the most.
I mean, I'd love to be playing Battlefield 6, but I've got work to do, and I'm doing the work, and I'm happy to do it.
Guys in the video, I couldn't see enough of the face to be able to
I'm
say,
proud
yeah,
of the fact I've got the skills that other people don't have, and I'd be happy to teach others those skills as well. Like SEO isn't some magic, something anyone can do if you just put your mind to it.
Heather and committed this crime.
That's
Heather
good.
knew who that person was.
Completely.
So I'm watching videos
And why we know that
on the
is
screen.
because
I'm
informed us that
working
there was
here,
obviously
I'm fixing
a short
things.
conversation on the side of the car where
Yeah,
if it
fixing
was
things
just
on the
as
other
simple,
screen.
somebody to go do this crime and leave wouldn't have had a conversation with her. Would have just committed the crime and left. So there wouldn't have been any kind of verbal communication between the two. It obviously wasn't a robbery. We truly believe that she knew, and we're not saying that Joanna is the person that did it. We don't know yet. Right. You know, it may be somebody else. It may be somebody that we just don't have those pieces yet.
I mean, I could see Stephen doing it. I could see his mother hiring someone to do it.
Why?
These people.
Because she is very, very extremely vindictive. When the divorce happened, she had gone
These
through
people
everything of
are sick.
Heather's, gone and gotten passwords for her
Oh,
bank
there you
account
go.
and all kind of stuff, and gotten all kind of information trying to.
There you go.
trying to
That's the
stack stuff
domestic.
against
That's the
Heather.
nanny.
And Stephen's attorney
That's the
basically
nanny.
fired Stephen and said that Stephen and his mother were crazy.
But according to all the witnesses in the parking lot, it couldn't have been her ex, it couldn't have been Stephen. He was in the parking lot, the suspect was in the parking lot at the same time, kind of milling around.
I really need to
There's
clean
no
my mouse.
way
It's so.
Stephen leaves and then the suspect.
The scroll wheel button keeps jumping up and down.
The capability of paying
We need
someone
to
to go
fix
out and
it.
kill somebody?
Very much.
Why? She a mean person?
Yeah.
Do you think she'd be personally capable of doing something like this?
Yeah.
Why?
Because she has done everything she can vindictively to try to make Heather not have Carson, and did everything she could to try to pin stuff on Heather to make things go Stephen's way to take Carson.
The detectives decide it's time to interview Joanna, so they ask her to come in and answer some questions. The interview begins, and Joanna does her best
She
to
looks
appear
mental.
calm, but it doesn't last very long. Eventually, the detectives will bring out the surveillance camera footage,
She looks
show
mental.
it to Joanna, and accuse her of murder.
Where you went on Saturday? Was you home or somewhere? Saturday before the murder happened?
Luthersville.
You was in Luthersville on Saturday?
Got off, we went down to the country Saturday.
To Luthersville?
To Luthersville.
To your father's house or?
To my parents' house.
You-
And then we were back and forth between their house and the rental.
Okay, what time did you get down there?
I have no idea.
Yeah, none at all.
I think it was about 7:15-ish, I don't know. Because like I said, I don't wear a watch. There's no.
I don't wear a watch either.
If I told you I can put you down there, it's almost 8 o'clock.
I don't think it was
Doesn't
that
make you
late.
innocent.
Because I know my parents get home from church by
By
then.
8:30. They get home about 8:30 is what they tell me.
I don't know. If somebody was to ask me, did each of them do something wrong in the marriage? Yes, they both did. Were they both devastating to the marriage? Yes, both of them were. I asked them both to go to counseling.
Did you know that the divorce was not final yet?
I have no idea. I know they signed the paperwork. I don't know where it's at.
The way this person shits, she's obviously guilty. Look how she sits.
I don't ask.
She
I
sits
don't-
like a
I
guilty
said,
person.
I
Sit up
asked
straight.
as much as I possibly can.
Sit up
Like I
straight.
said, It's what the two of them do is none of my business. You know, sort of like him and Stacy. What the two of them do is none of my business. I don't want to know.
When's the last time you saw Heather?
Oh my gosh. Last time Carson was sick.
You knew that they exchanged you at Target, 6 o'clock.
Have a like, have a like.
No, sir.
Enjoy the algorithm. Algorithms like likes.
Last I knew, they were supposed to be doing it at Flowers of Old Town. I knew they had exchanged him at Calvary Chapel a couple of times. That's where I went with him the one time he exchanged. I knew they had done it at, I thought, the Walmart near our house once before.
He was saying something about she having a gambling problem.
Yes, she did. I offered the detectives,
I would like to see that. I want to.
And these crazy killers, they always sound so righteous when they're explaining things, and then they hit them with the evidence, the end, and that's it. That's it for them. Game over, as they say.
Joint credit cards. But
Got some
during
seeds in
one
my
of the
teeth
moves
here.
that Stephen and Heather made, some jewelry disappeared that Stephen looked for quite
I'm
earnestly.
Steven. That's probably a PH Steven though.
His class ring, which was a very expensive class ring we purchased for him when he graduated, never was recovered. The other thing was an engagement ring that her father had given her mother, was never recovered. And some of the entry fees she was paying were $7,000, $8,000 entry fees for online gambling. Her mother does the same thing. And you have a bottle of water.
Yeah, you want some water?
Oh, please.
Okay, I'll get you some water.
Oh. Kidney stones.
Kidney stones. Why you got kidney stones?
All of my medication makes my
What are you doing with your life?
Who would want to kill Heather?
I don't know. If there would ever have been anybody in my entire life, it would have been probably my ex.
Oh, little boy just sneezed. He's so cute.
Sitting in a parking lot in a car while he was in the bar.
When the detectives interviewed her son, Stephen, they showed him the surveillance video footage. Then they told him they believed
Oh my
it could be
God,
his
it's
mother.
crazy, Stephen.
After Stephen watched the video, he agreed that the suspect looked and walked like his mother.
The son, when we showed you on the film, but the person shot her and said it was you.
Oh, my son said it's me?
You find that odd?
No.
You think you would know his mother, right?
Imagine mom and son
I don't know.
are both at the police station being interviewed.
He's been in here many times and been coerced. many
What
times,
did you
so
do
I
to
don't
fuck
know.
up so badly in life?
I don't go back to big course and say that's my mama. No comment, what?
I just don't believe it.
You don't believe you said that?
No.
Huh?
Mm-mm.
He said right there, and said, that's her.
That's her or that looks like her.
So that's you.
Really?
Why would he say that?
I have no idea.
Unless he really thought it was you.
Well, where's the tape then?
I've got the tape. Trust me. I've got the tape. Did you kill her?
No, I did not.
Did you kill him?
Joanna claimed that she was an hour and a half away from the crime scene.
So
working
there's
on her
the,
parents' home.
then they
She
just
even
jump,
produced
did you
a
kill him?
witness
And
receipt
sometimes
showing where she
they
was.
fuck up and they
The
say,
problem
sure,
is, the
sure I did
Wendy's
it.
purchase took place an hour and a half after Heather was killed. Investigators drove the route, making sure to stay under
I
the
don't know
speed
where this
limit,
last
and they
problem
were
is.
able to reach Wendy's in under an hour and 30 minutes.
Since you said you hadn't seen this,
Wendy's.
this is going to be the video clip. This is an enhanced version.
Is this the one I showed on the news too?
I believe it is.
Okay.
Oh, you can't
Now this is the one I know my mother said she saw.
Okay.
Then this
Which
yeah.
I don't know. I think a couple different news stations
Oh, I don't
had
know. That's the
different
only thing
versions.
I know.
This is the most updated version we have.
I don't know. I've not seen anything on the TV.
Do you recognize that intersection?
No. That's not, where am I looking?
You don't recognize this intersection at all?
No.
Okay. Look right in this area right here, okay?
That person that went through there?
Mhm.
That's what my son said was me?
Just look for a few minutes, okay?
Oh,
Let me show you
okay.
again. This is also, I'm going to show you this too, Joanne. This is a artist rendering from our witnesses.
Let's just rerun this campaign in SEMrush, see what happens.
And that's supposed to be me?
Oh, I'll be right back.
The thing about it is, the closest witness specifically described your nose.
My nose.
Yes, ma'am.
I wish my nose was that narrow.
They specifically talked about your nose. Okay, you have a nose that's not exactly, it's a little bit different.
Yeah, it's been broke about 3 times.
But you see how that feature could stand out?
Yeah, it would be a lot broader than that.
I didn't say this was an exact
Yeah.
drawing. This is a witness's description of you to a sketch artist, and the sketch artist drew this. But it's basically the same facial features. Same jawline, the same chin, same nose.
I just don't see it.
Well, here's the problem,
Okay.
okay? Your son did, your husband did.
Oh, really?
Yes, ma'am.
I don't think so.
Okay. I'd be happy to show you that they did, okay? And let me tell you another problem. We talked to your husband,
Mm-hmm.
okay? We know you're not being honest with us about everything. Let me tell you, now's the time. Now is the time.
I don't think so.
You don't think now's the time to be honest with me?
I'm being honest. I don't think.
You haven't lied that one time tonight?
No.
You said you haven't talked to your son today.
I didn't say I didn't talk
Did
to
they
my
catch
son
you yet?
today. No, I didn't.
You did. You said you didn't talk to
They
your son.
catch you
You
yet?
didn't talk
I was pissing.
Okay. Your
No, I
husband?
didn't say I didn't talk to my son today.
Well, when did you talk to him then, Joanna?
When did I talk to him?
Mhm.
I talked to him this evening.
Half an hour till I must log in
I
and
didn't
start
say
my
I didn't
job.
talk to him.
Okay.
What
I know it.
what I talked to him about is irrelevant.
Okay. Okay, but you're saying you did talk to him.
But like I said, what I said to him is irrelevant.
Okay. There's a lot of things, though, that you told us that you wasn't being truthful.
No, sir.
Like I told you, I've been honest with you since the first time we met.
I'm gonna sit there and say that, you know, this looks like me. I don't think so.
Okay, well, let's forget about the picture.
I mean, this nose and that nose not even close. I mean, that's a matter of opinion.
Let me ask you a question. Do you own a gun?
No, I do not.
Did you ever own a gun? A handgun?
When I was married to my ex-husband, I did.
What kind of handgun was it?
I don't even remember. I don't own it. It wasn't even mine. So no, I actually didn't own it. My ex-husband owned a handgun.
You don't know what kind of gun it was?
I didn't get it in the divorce. No, sir.
Okay. Because your husband told us that you own a .38 handgun. He didn't know where it is.
Right after we got divorced. His father-in-law has it.
Whose father-in-law?
My ex-father-in-law. So I said it belonged to my ex-husband, not me. Go ask him. He's the one who purchased it.
Go
not
ask
me.
him.
Let me tell you what the biggest problem is. It's not that you told us a couple of lies tonight. Now you're kind of
Go ask him.
I'm not recanting.
It's not that your
I have
son
never owned
picked you out of the video, and it's not that your husband said it looked like you. It's not all that. Here's the biggest problem. Okay, we got an eyewitness that put this person in a truck in the rear of the parking lot just prior to the homicide.
Oh.
Picked your truck out, said it was that specific truck.
Like there's a new smiling friends out,
We
people.
also know you lied to us about your alibi.
Stunning.
Okay, we also know the
Stunning
timeline
show.
takes to
Oh,
get from
nice.
point A to point B, point
I
A
will
to
watch that
start.
when work
We
starts.
also know how long it takes to get down to Wendy's at 7:19. Okay, things aren't adding up. Things aren't adding up.
You want to ride it with me? We'll drive it from my house to Wendy's.
We have. We have.
You know how hard it is to clean blood out of a carpet in a vehicle?
Very difficult. I've had to do it before. Not because I murdered someone, because I cut my toe.
I have no reason to have to clean blood out of a carpet in a vehicle. And if you find blood in it, it would be mine.
There's only a limited number of people who knew about the meeting location. We know from talking to the witnesses that the person who killed Heather knew her. We know that.
What would I have to gain by it?
You tell me.
I would be the least person to have to gain anything by
I
it.
have Carson every day.
So
No, I
it's,
wouldn't. Why would I have
imagine
Carson every
murdering
day?
someone else, just killing them
What
for
would
no
the
reason
point
at all.
be? We moved moved from that house. We're planning on moving to Arizona in a couple of years.
No reason at all.
Carson wouldn't be with Heather anymore.
What would the point?
I'm just
You know
running
how
a
I struggle
SEMrush.
to keep my-
I'm just running a SEMrush site health scan on my other screen. I've been fixing a lot of SEO mistakes for a client, and it just takes a while to run. You know, it's got to crawl every page and see if things have been fixed. Yeah.
My ex-husband in my son's life, as much of a jerk as he was.
Let's just
why-
update.
You recall the conversation we had the other day at your house?
My client here.
The one where we sat there in your living room or in your computer room in your kitchen and we talked. You recall that? That we sat there and talked for a while? You recall when I asked you if you thought Heather should be raising this child? And you said, I don't want to answer that. And ultimately you came
I
back.
didn't say that children still don't need both parents.
Okay, that's not answering
I wouldn't
the
say
question.
that my ex-husband should have raised my son, but he still needed his father. But that didn't mean that he should raise him both times, but he still needed his father in his life. There's a difference in which parent should raise a child and whether the child still needs both parents in their life. So that's what I'm saying, why would I be the one to gain anything from it?
Because you don't care for Heather. You don't think she was doing a good job raising that child. You told me this. You don't think she was doing a good job raising that child. Child was not being taken care of. Child had poop in the diapers when you were able to take care of her down at the flower shop. She wasn't a good mother. She disappeared. She gambled. These are some of the things, these are the information we're finding out. And I understand. I do. There's nothing wrong with thinking someone's being a bad parent. And if she's not raising this child right, something had to be done about it. Something
Oh,
had to
if
be
that was
done.
the case, then gee, I should have just done it to my sister too then.
I'm not talking about your sister.
I mean, I sat and watched her raise 3 kids like white trash, you know?
Maybe
I mean,
you're,
come
maybe
on.
you're tired of seeing people not raise their children right. Something had to be done about it. Carson was not being taken care of.
Poor Carson.
Heather was not a good mom. There's only a limited number of people who knew where the meeting was going to take place.
Did they say what year this took place in?
You left the house just before. In the video, it shows you going to the parking lot just before your son's minivan drives in there. It shows him leaving and then you walking away in the same direction. We had canines tracked back there. We have people who say they saw your truck, the person with the wig and the mustache taking pictures in there looking for an escape route. We've got several pieces of video equipment that we're examining, trying to recover some deleted information off of. I understand. I understand that if something needs to be
Got
done
several pieces of
about the
video.
way Heather was raising her child, your grandson,
Your
you care
grandson.
about your grandson, right?
You care about your grandson.
Well, of course.
Of course, you want to make sure he's raised properly, right?
Ultimately, that's not up to me, that's up to his
But
father.
your opinion is you want to make sure that grandchild is raised right.
I guess when you get your evidence and whatever you think you're gonna find in my truck, let me know.
Okay.
Sorry if the
Oh,
sound
you're
is bad, guys. I mean, I'm trying my best here. I'm set up in my garage. You know, I've got a few rooms in my house, but they're all filled with like people.
Yeah, you keep saying
Babies.
my truck, you know, that it's the only truck that's like this in the whole entire
Babies like
area.
that
You know
over
what?
there.
I was at the Walmart yesterday, the day before yesterday, and I actually had to take a double look around because there was actually one with a handicap tag sitting on it in Forsyth County.
I'm not disagreeing
Imagine
with you.
that.
I'm not disagreeing with you. There
I work with a nice team of people. I'm just reading my team's chatter here.
You're one of the
Nice
few
bunch of
people who
folk.
knew about the meeting location.
Really love working with them.
You're one of the few people who knew what time, and you have the same truck. And these are not coincidences.
And you keep saying someone was there taking video pictures on Saturday. Guess what? I wasn't there Saturday. I was out of town.
It was Sunday. It was Sunday just prior to the homicide.
I was at home all day.
God, LinkedIn. I can barely look at LinkedIn for like 5 or 10 seconds before I want to puke.
We have timelines. We know
So disingenuous.
Oh, now you're saying that
All the things
I
people
was
say when
told
they
Sunday
try to be
evening?
vulnerable on LinkedIn. It's just absolute crap. It's absolute crap.
Were you
They
saying
run
someone was
all
there
their
Sunday
thoughts through an
taking
AI
pictures?
generator. Nothing that says genuine on LinkedIn. It's just so I can get more money, more clicks, more click-throughs. I don't even post on LinkedIn anymore. I don't have any social media except for YouTube, which I guess is kind of like a social
Okay?
media.
These coincidences are starting, they're all starting to add up.
This is all I have left.
Well,
YouTube.
like I said, when you get your little.
And I have a
one,
Facebook, but
whatever
it's
you're gonna find on your
a
truck, let
it's
me
not a
know.
profile of me. It's just so that I can use Facebook Marketplace to buy things and sell things.
The detectives interview Joanna's husband next. He explains that at one point, Joanna owned a .38 caliber handgun, which was the same caliber of handgun used in the shooting.
Arrest
He also
her.
gives the detectives
Life
a trigger
sentence,
lock
nothing
he
less.
found that he believes belonged to Joanna's handgun.
Probably not, or you're not sure?
I'm pretty sure that she would not, that, knowing her character and how strong-willed she is, I'm pretty sure that she would not tell me.
Do you think the more time that passes, the more comfortable she feels in getting away with this?
It's a good question. I don't know.
And this particular lock, again, I just want to make sure I understand, does not belong to you. Does not belong to Stephen that you're aware
Oh,
of.
I know it doesn't belong to Stephen. Stephen doesn't have any locks on anything.
I'm
And the only gun that you've ever had in your home
What's her gun?
was that .38
Yes.
that is missing.
Yes.
Yes.
And that .38 belonged to Joanna.
Yes.
And the last time you saw it was about 2 years ago.
Yes.
And after you told us that, Joanna told you that she told the police, say a lot of he said, she said, that she gave it back to her father-in-law.
That's correct.
But as far as you
She
remember,
sent my
this,
mum
the
a
only
nice
gun
morning
that had a lock
message.
on it was the .38.
Yes.
With her husband's statement, the police believe that they finally had enough evidence to arrest Joanna and charge her with first-degree murder. Joanna was denied bail, and
Good,
she was
look at
forced to
her.
sit in jail and await her trial. A few months later, an inmate from the county jail asked to speak with the detective.
This mad bitch.
She claimed that she had some information on Joanna, who had recently become her cellmate.
Well, my name's Trey Downs. I'm the lead detective on the murder case from Target.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
Okay.
I mean, are you comfortable talking to us about?
Yeah, it's just, yeah, I'm comfortable.
Okay. Do you have any concerns?
Well, I feel like she shouldn't get away with murder.
With who?
Miss Hayes.
Okay.
And she ended up being my roommate. So it was not this Sunday, the past Sunday before that. I asked her what happened. She was like, this girl, she was like troubled about it. This girl, my roommate, did you hear about the Target incident? I was like, what Target incident? It was on the news. And I said, no. And she told me what had happened. And I'm still nervous.
It's okay, just take your time.
Because it's like a lot that happened. The fact that she shot the woman in the face, or was it in the face in front of Target, and she had the police didn't have enough evidence against her. They messed up, maybe like didn't read her rights or something. She didn't tell me much about it. She was just like overwhelmed about it.
Okay. So, I mean, what is that all she told you? Is that what you just said?
She told me that she had a discussion about her and her attorney. She didn't tell me details because she was crying about it. She was
Okay, she did it. She
was
did
terrified
it.
'cause
She did it. Let's see someone get
Welcome
sentenced.
back, everybody, to another arsonist getting smoked from here to Kingdom Come.
Now this guy
episode
was in
of
jail, I think.
Lockdown
He's got
23
some good
and
opinions
one.
as well. I like these guys who are in jail, and then they comment on people
That's
who are
right,
in jail.
today the defendant is actually an inmate. The crimes that he's going to be sentenced for today happened
They
while
got
he
good
was in
insights.
prison. Seems like he was a bit salty on his sentencing and decided he wanted to get revenge on people who had a part in him going to prison. So let's get right into it, ladies and gentlemen. If you're new to the channel and enjoy all things lockup and crime related, then this is where you want to be. Hit that like, subscribe, notification bell before you leave, and check out my beautifully assorted playlist with many more videos for you to start watching today.
Mr. Smith plotted to kill me and several other public officials involved in the administration of criminal justice because he was charged and went to prison for committing an arson in Cumberland County.
But it says here in an article from 2014 that the former owner of a bowling alley in southern New Jersey has admitted he orchestrated the arson fire that destroyed a rival alley 4 years ago. Stephen Smink of Philadelphia pleaded guilty Friday to a charge of arson for hire. The plea came just days before he was due to stand trial on numerous charges stemming from the fire that destroyed Loyal Lanes in Vinland. He was eventually sentenced to 15 years in prison. And you know, 15 years at the age that he was when he got arrested, which I believe he was in like his 50s, that's kind of pretty much like a life sentence. You know, a lot of people, they only make it till about 70 these days. So going into prison at that age with a 15-year clip, yeah, if I were to guess, would make many people salty. But you know, most people, you know, they go to prison, they start doing their time, they cope with what happened. There's no going back. Just move forward and try to get out and experience life a little bit more once again in the free world, right? But this guy, he was so salty to the point where he planned to kill everybody who had a play in him going to prison for the most part, right? So in his eyes, like I said, he probably didn't care if he got caught up or not. He's already probably gonna die in prison to begin with.
How sad.
Hired a hitman, or who we believe to be a hitman, to carry out an extended list
Arsonist.
of individuals who believed had wronged them. There are 5 named individuals within the indictment who were prosecutors and judges. When he was in
So you're watching me,
conversation with the individuals
watching
who
this
believed to
guy,
be the hitman,
watch this.
He was very clear to the hitman
That's
that he
deep.
had no concerns if there were
Deep enough.
collateral damage, for lack of a better word. He said, quote, "Whatever happened, happened." And so
Wow.
this defendant was very clear with a man that he believed killed people for a living, that he did not care who else was killed during the course of these crimes. He wanted his revenge plot carried out, and he did not care who else was taken down with that.
Bobby, you know what time it is when these arsonists try to play revenge games. Cue every single tank we got. The arsonist is about to be smoked out to the max if I were to guess. Public officials? Hitmen? Yeah, game over. Okay, first and foremost, it's a hit on judges, attorneys, and stuff like that. Second of all, he said he didn't care about collateral damage, if I were to guess, meaning children, women, stuff like that. It didn't matter, as long as the targets were taken out. This guy, if he doesn't get life, I will be completely shocked. Like I said, Bobby, cue every tank we got. This guy's about to get cooked.
In 2019, the OAHSP had received a handwritten letter from
They
Andrew
take
Penna
things seriously in America. Maybe in our backwards country, South Africa, they take things a bit less seriously and get away with literal murder here.
Department of Corrections Special Investigation Division.
But there in America, they will catch you, they will convict you, and they will cook you. They will cook you in the oven.
They become cellmates with defendant Spink
Cook
in
you.
2016. At that time, defendant Spink
Not the oven, a
was
chair.
actively soliciting other inmates to murder or extort a list of about 20 people. Specifically, Penn informed interviewers of specific judges and prosecutors that were being targeted to be murdered.
Looky here, we got ourselves a little cellmate informant. I'm here to tell you it happens all the time, especially with high profile cases or people trying to do some seriously heinous stuff like this guy. They said that he was inside the prison cell block soliciting to other inmates trying to get these judges and prosecutors killed, right? And his cellmate probably eventually said, you know what, I'm gonna play along with this. I'm gonna get a nice time cut when I break everything down to the detectives. I don't know if that's how it went down, but you know, I bet my house on it. I'm here to tell you, man, inmates will pull some stunts, some scams, some spams to get some food, money, drugs, or an early release from prison. I've seen many people get told on for those type of things. Whether it's an extra tray or a couple years off your sentence, man, it doesn't matter. If it's something the detectives need, and these inmates know exactly what the detectives need, trust me. Something like this, man, this was like a golden nugget to the cellmate. Judges and prosecutors killed? Yeah, bro, I got you. Let's do this. His fingertips were sweating ready to call that hotline detective number. He was seeing Big Macs, Wendy's, and freedom all at once. But what blows my mind about all this is he's salty to everybody in the situation that sent him to prison, but he took a plea agreement.
Subsequent investigation determined all those individuals being targeted to be murdered were involved in the prosecution of defendant Spink's arson case in the Superior Court of New Jersey Law Division criminal part in Cumberland County. Defendant had pleaded guilty to arson, aggravated arson,
16 minutes till I start my job.
And defendant was sentenced an aggregate sentence of 15 years incarceration in New Jersey.
Then I stop streaming. But I'll stream tomorrow. I mean, the work never ends.
Parole eligibility and 5-year period parole supervision. Prosecutor Jennifer Webb McRae was the Cumberland County prosecutor at the time. First Assistant Prosecutor Harold Shapiro was the first assistant that handled the sentencing. Assistant Prosecutor John Jesperson handled the prosecution. Judge Robert Malstein was the judge that imposed the sentence. And Judge Robert Becker had handled motions and was involved in the case. This was a plea agreement.
You know what's funny?
In order to do that, you have to have a voluntary.
I'm not boasting, but the salary I make as an SEO manager, as an SEO freelancer, everything combined, a judge in South Africa, I actually make more than a judge, like a top level judge in South Africa. I make more. So that's how little people's degrees and experience is valued in South Africa. I work for international people, so I'm paid in dollars. So my salary is, it's big. It's a good one. So I have a good life out here in the suburbs. And someone like a judge in South Africa has worked their entire life, maybe 30, 40 years to get there. And they're just making what I make, and I'm just some SEO. And it's sad to think about that. Like, you can sweat hard to be a doctor, a lawyer, an engineer, and you're not going to get paid enough. And that's why people leave South Africa and they go to America or the UK, because that's where the salaries are. And that's what I'm telling you, that's where the salaries are. If you work in South Africa, if you earn South African money, oh, it's tough. And if you're unemployed, oh God. But just know you can do it. It can get better. Just stick to what you believe in. You can do it. You can do it. You can make it. I made it. And if I can make it, you can make it. Let's keep watching this video.
Knowingly, voluntarily, intelligently waive your rights, and you have to voluntarily place everything on record. You're totally aware of what you're going to get at sentencing, and most times, and he was upset about that. So, defendant blamed the victims as the reason that he was incarcerated for such a lengthy period of time, and came up with a plan to have them killed.
And yes, this is the same guy. I just been showing you a photo of him from 2014. Doesn't seem like he's aging too well in prison.
Judge, I haven't learned the facts of this case. I didn't want to know because I want to be able to have some semblance of sleep at night. So I'm hearing things that I hadn't heard before today.
I understand why she's probably losing some sleep and don't want to know the facts of the case, because it was a hit on her and other people. That could definitely make me lose a little sleep knowing someone's plotting to kill me.
As a prosecutor who had a previous life representing criminal defendants, I always look for whether defendants we encounter have insight, whether they show remorse, and whether they can be rehabilitated. I would respectfully submit to you that Mr. Smink has demonstrated through his actions that he cannot be safely rehabilitated. Even when he took responsibility for his actions by way of a plea, he was so aggrieved that he sought to kill and maim those who simply swore an oath to support the Constitution and administer justice fairly.
Oh, I just hope the site is finished before I start my job. I want to see if it went up or not.
To gather others to engage in further criminal activity. And because Mr. Smink has demonstrated and proven proclivity to act upon his agreements for his personal gain, I'm asking you to sentence him to the maximum sentence that is possible. It will make me sleep better at night, knowing that Mr.
Streaming for
is not out in the
1 hour 17 minutes. I wish I could stream at 120 frames because I've got the monitor to support it. I wish I could do that.
As Cumberland County prosecutor, I know I signed up for my job. As the front-facing symbol of my office, it could be argued that I knew the risks when I did. But Judge, my family, my neighbors, my church family did not. And when they read that
You hear this
someone was
massive prison
arrested in a
sentence.
plot to kill me,
Guys, don't
they
you want to hear
feel
it?
a little less safe spending time in spaces where I'm.
Yeah.
In addition to that, there are several thousands of young people who I encourage and who want to go into public service as assistant prosecutor. And others.
You know, SEO work is very difficult. So just doing an hour of work now is really, it's really taken it out of me. And now I've got to start my normal job, and that's a lot more work. A lot more work. Found some fluff in my belly button. Gross.
Who dream of one day becoming Superior Court judges.
Anyway,
You need to know that when someone does what Mr.
I love
Smink
streaming.
has been
I love
proven to
talking to
have
people. I
been
love
done by a
motivating.
jury of his peers,
I'm a clean-cut,
the court will
normal
sentence him
person.
to the most serious of penalties to
And,
specifically
you know, I
deter
love
him,
motivating and helping
but
others
as
to do better in life.
to deter others from attempting
You don't want to end up like a
disrupt
fucking
or
arsonist like this guy.
dismantle
An arsehole
the fair and
arsonist
just
killing people.
administration of the law.
Yep, and she's absolutely right. And I could see her being a Superior Court judge, for sure. But look, there's countries all around us where, you know, they're literally being ran by other organizations. It ain't even the government really running too much things anymore out of fear of hitmen and stuff like that. So, yeah, we definitely can't allow anything like that to fly over here in the States. Just my 2 cents, man. This dude needs to get the full arm of the law.
No one should fear entering our noble profession. It is for that reason that I humbly ask you that you sentence Mr. Stephen Smink to the maximum sentence possible under the law.
That's it for me, guys. My wife is awake. I'm gonna stop streaming. I need to help her, get her coffee, get her some other things. I love her very much. That's it for me. I'll stream again tomorrow morning.